Oh, have you found some evidence linking him to the murder?
He's a butler. No, but why should I? He's a butler, Brad. A butler! And considering that the other butler is dead, then there's only one remaining butler that could have done it. Do you mind if I ask you a few questions?
Yes, but go ahead. Trying to piece together what happened so you can arrest the murderer?
Yep, that's my job. You know the drill.
Why are you bothering with questioning me? It's obvious that Alfred did it.
I know, right? He's the only butler left. It couldn't have been anyone else.
Just arrest him now. Save yourself some trouble. There's no need to interrogate. What if it is Zara?
That could be.
Jesus, can
That'd
you
be a,
imagine?
that'd be a great way to throw him off. It's like, I know you know that Alfred did it, so it was definitely me, but I'm gonna pretend it was him. Heckin' bamboozled. Pandarai is here, so I really need to follow protocol or I'll lose my job. So, Zara, where were you at the time of the murder?
I was outside, remember? You talked to me and everything. I even gave you a revealing swimsuit photos. How did you forget that?
That was before the murder. The murder took place after that, Zara. After I snuck into the dining room, there was that big announcement about the bridge flooding, and you got really upset. The butler was still alive then.
Oh, right. I thought that was before I went outside.
I don't know, her memory doesn't seem that good. Maybe she did and then just forgot.
I don't know. Maybe she's just gonna put a cardboard cutout right in front of us and walk away.
That's true, she could do that. It would totally get us. Nope.
Well, in that case, I'm pretty sure I was inside when it happened. I was sitting in one of the hallways playing games on my phone. I don't know if charged, so I'd plug it into one of the power points on the wall. I had to unplug a light stand, but it wasn't turned on, so I don't think anyone minds. Actually, it's this one right here. See?
Oh yeah, there it is. Alright, I'll buy it. For now, that is. Did you see anyone else moving around right before the time of the murder?
Not that I can remember. You're just out of sight of the main desk here, so I didn't see anyone. But I was kind of distracted by my phone.
So, you were the only one in this part of the hallway?
Oh, wait, no, that's not right. That cute little maid girl was bringing scones around to everyone downstairs. She offered me one, but I wasn't really that hungry. I don't like pastries that much anyway.
You turned down a free scone? I could arrest you right now, Zara, because clearly you've had some sort of psychotic episode. No one in their right mind turns down a scone.
We're not that great, Max.
You monster. So, the only person you saw at the time of the murder was the maid Trixie.
Yep, she's the only person I remember seeing.
Thanks for the information, Zara.
Don't mention it. Or, I guess do mention it. Because, you know.
Let's go talk to
So
Trixie.
we go back to Trixie and we accuse her of
Trixie?
the scoons. I'm not talking to you, and I'm completely within my legal right to do so. Please stop asking me about the murder.
Crumpets? I thought they were scones.
Well, it's both.
Is a crumpet a scone?
Probably not. They just, didn't spell check.
Uh-huh. Trixie, I now know definitively that you were handing out crumpets downstairs at the approximate time of the murder.
Oh yeah? Approve it.
Both Zara, the busty magic bunny girl, and Hector, the douchey real estate guy, saw you downstairs handing out crumpets, and I interviewed them separately. That proves it.
Fine, you got me. I was handing out crumpets downstairs, but that's all I'm saying on the matter. If you want anything else out of me, you're going to have to go get a lawyer.
Something tells me I might not need one. Aha!
Why did you make that noise?
Because, my dear Trixie, you've just dug yourself a very deep hole. I've got no idea how you're going to explain your way out of this one.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yes, you do. Didn't you just admit to being upstairs with Alfred cleaning rooms prior to the murder?
Yeah, so?
Well, if you were upstairs restocking rooms with Alfred the whole time, then how were you also downstairs serving crumpets to everyone?
There's been some mistake.
I've got multiple witnesses claiming they saw you in two places at once, Trixie. How do you explain that?
Multiple Chinese sister. Also, you're just wrong.
So all these people are lying?
Yeah, they have to be. Also, is there like this like shredding like rock tune going on?
Yes, there is.
I can barely hear.
That's the We Got 'Em music.
All right.
It's also very quiet on my end, which is weird considering how loud like the title music is.
Yes.
Where were you during the time of the murder, Trixie? Were you upstairs or were you downstairs?
I need to speak to a lawyer.
Oh, there's no need for that. I can explain why multiple witnesses saw you in two places at once, Trixie.
You can.
Yep.
Then prove it with science. It's
Oh, shit. Alright, can we save? We can. Alright, cool. We can cheat.
yay cheating.
Alright. So,
You know what? Since we saved,
yeah,
do we want to just go through them one by one?
we could. I think someone else was wearing a maid costume is the most likely answer.
Maybe.
Let's
Do we
try
want
it.
to try and get it right away, or?
I think we should try to do the correct one.
All right, I do think it's that one.
Yeah, that someone else was in the costume.
Although it is funny that there is a evil twin option when I've been
Mhm.
giving her the Chinese voice.
Well, I mean, the evil twin one might also lead us to the right answer because the evil twin was wearing the maid costume. Right?
Anyways,
Anyway, someone else was wearing a maid costume.
number 3.
That wasn't you upstairs at all. Someone else was wearing a maid costume.
Oh yeah, who?
Uh, Becky?
Surely Alfred would recognize her.
She was serving the crumpets downstairs then.
And our guest didn't notice. We don't exactly look similar, but people would realize that Becky had spontaneously changed her outfit. She's the first person they see when they arrive, for crying out loud.
Maybe they were distracted and not paying attention.
Try again, Kappa.
Oh, it just brings back here.
Oh, okay. Well,
Well,
that's fine. Trixie has an evil twin. No, it's fine. We don't need a load.
Are you sure? There might be like a... Okay, oh, whatever.
Yeah, there might
It's
be,
fine.
but
if,
you know.
if something goes horribly wrong,
Yeah.
Crump's released with hallucinogens.
Trixie has an evil twin.
You have an evil twin!
Gasp.
Yeah, that must be it. It's the only way you could be in two places at the exact same time. You were working downstairs at the same time your evil twin was working upstairs. It makes perfect sense. I mean, actually, the Crumpets having drugs in them would also make sense because apparently they make drugs here. But that's the
Maybe,
reason
but
we're here.
Yeah.
Or I guess she has an
think
evil
you're
twin.
completely- Yeah. How did you know?
Wait, no, that doesn't make any sense.
Fine, I admit it. My twin sister and I have been working here for the past 6 months, pretending to be one person, so we can take longer breaks or take turns having a day off.
What? Really? I mean, I knew that all along. It's the perfect scheme, and I've been waiting for you to slip up all evening. I'm a master detective. Stuff like this is child's play to me. Of course you had an evil twin. One of you killed the butler while the other one worked in plain view so that you had an alibi. And because no one knows you had a sister, no one would ever suspect you. It's a genius plan that would have worked. But something went wrong. You slipped up. Both you and your sister were seen, and now your sick and malicious plan for the perfect murder has crumbled all around you. Admit it. You and your sister killed the butler.
That's not true. I'm not a murderer, and neither is my sister. Sure, we were running a work scam, but we didn't kill anyone. And especially not Mr. Rockavale. He was a great boss. Also, how is it really a work scam?
Yeah, that's like not a work scam at all, except like the taking longer breaks part.
Because like it's not like you're getting paid twice
Yeah, yeah, you're
unless
only
you're
getting the
doing
one
like
paycheck. Like
16-hour shifts, right?
you could just both be working there, and then just trade off, right? Just trade shifts. Like they
Yeah,
just
but
hire
then
two
they
different people.
they'd have to have like scheduling for both.
Yeah,
Meanwhile, if it's one, they can just take a longer shift and then have longer breaks.
I guess. I mean, I guess if they're like getting overtime or something, then it'd be kind of a
Maybe.
scam, right?
I don't think they would though. I don't. I think they would just try and hire another person before they gave it overtime,
Yeah,
especially for this place.
yeah. This just sounds like a terrible plan, honestly.
Yeah, it's just a terrible idea. Unless this job pays like a bajillion dollars to
Mm-hmm.
where, it'd be worth it for two people to work the same job for this like one paycheck.
Yeah, I don't know. But they're here at the same time, so they're both going in at the same time. They're actually just scamming themselves. They're doing twice the work for half the pay.
They don't both work at the same time though, except like,
They're both here. They were both doing shit. Unless they were actually here for the murder.
well, no, it's not that they were both working at the same time, Goku, is what I'm saying. Like one, like it probably usually just one is sitting around usually and the other's working, and you know, then they'll trade off,
Mm-hmm.
right?
I mean, that sounds
Anyways.
awfully boring, though, right? If they do, like, oh, I just sit around for, like,
Well, yeah,
4 hours and then do
yeah,
actual
but like
work.
I said, if it pays enough to where one person working can pay for two people,
Yeah.
then making it only like a fucking 5-hour shift, like let's say they work 10 hour days or something.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just for like normal work hours. What if they do work more and get overtime? But
Yeah.
anyways, let's just say like a normal, they work a normal shift and then, they only have to each work half of that shift.
Mm-hmm. Or maybe they
Retry.
are... What if they are both employed? And they just
I
work
don't
each
think
other's
so.
shifts
I don't
and
think
do
so.
the break things?
It's not happening.
I don't know. If you're not the murderer,
Rage.
then prove it.
I need to speak to a lawyer. Why are you two screaming?
Trixie has an evil twin who assisted her in the murder... Who assisted her in murdering the butler. I just figured it out.
An evil twin.
Yep.
Yo, get me a lawyer. Max, have you been refusing to let this girl speak to a lawyer this whole time?
Yeah, but it was for a good cause. I got to admit that she has an evil twin.
Does she actually have an evil twin, or have you just driven her insane by abusing your power as a police officer?
Uh,
Trixie, calm down. We'll figure this out. It's just a cardboard cutout.
that'd be hilarious.
I'm so scared, Minnie.
I brought this cardboard cutout of myself to work to
There,
take
I've
longer
got you.
breaks.
Ellipses.
See? I told you, evil twin.
Ellipses. This changes nothing, Max. Get her on the phone to a lawyer.
Fine.
Hey, do you reckon there's something going on between Victoria, Evelyn Lacastro?
I wasn't gonna say anything about it, but I saw the two of them out together the other week. I actually thought they were screwing each other, which is why I was so surprised when Victoria started dating Max.
Oh, so she is having an affair. That's gonna suck for Max.
I don't know. Well, I'm not super close with Victoria. I have known her for a long time, and she doesn't strike me as the sort of person that'd sleep around. I will admit it's weird, though.
Well, Victoria has started studying the occult, right? Maybe Evelyn runs one of those Wiccan witch covens, and Victoria is spending time with her to hone her own skills in the mystic art.
You don't actually believe in magic, do you?
Ember, you can spontaneously generate fire from your hands.
That's not magic, though, is it? Isn't it like a superpower?
And how do you think that's any different than magic? You're still making fire out of thin air.
Well, I suppose if there's fire magic, then witches really aren't that big of a stretch.
I'm going with the evil witch theory. It makes more sense than Victoria cheating on Max.
How does that make more sense in any way?
Because there's actual magic though, Goku.
That's true. Surely it's more likely that Captain Nekorai ordered Victoria to run surveillance on Evelyn Castro, considering she's one of our biggest suspects in the Minix trade. She's probably just doing it for work.
Honestly, I think it's like this like nerd geek thing that they have going on.
Maybe.
Like she
They might
fucking
just be
goes up
gamer
and plays
friends.
D&D. She just goes up and plays D&D.
Oh, yeah. That's hot.
Witches are more fun.
It still doesn't mean they're real, Holly. Yeah, it does.
You like how they're just like cast to the side though?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, thank you. I understand. I'll give you a call if I need to speak up with you again. I appreciate it. Bye-bye.
Feeling better now?
Now that I know my legal rights, yes, I'm prepared to cooperate with you. I think we're going to lose our jobs anyway, sis. We might as well tell them everything we know. I don't want to lose my job, though. I really like being a maid.
Start talking.
If you hadn't noticed, the two of us are completely identical. Even the most identical twins have some minor differences to tell them apart, like a freckle or a birthmark. But Trixie and I are pretty much clones of each other. Our own parents can't even tell us apart. Our parents did some weird stuff in the 80s. It wouldn't surprise me if we were some sort of government experiment. What, did you live in France? Are you actually French? Do I need to do
Oh no.
French voice?
Not the French.
The French voice. We've been over this before, Trixie. We're just regular twins who just so happen to look and sound completely identical to each other. It's not that uncommon, especially in a game where they just use the same sprite assets.
Yeah, it's actually very convenient for them.
If you say so. Anyway, a high-paying maid job opened up at the manor here a few years ago, so the two of us came up with a plan. We split the money and alternate shifts, which still pays more than working at a butcher. And really? Aren't
I guess.
isn't a butcher job actually like pretty good pay?
I think so.
That's weird. And then work alternate shifts and cover each other. That way we don't have to work all week. And up until now, no one has noticed. I thought we were going to get away with this forever. Oh, I knew all along. Ah! When you applied for the job, I looked you up online. There were twin pictures everywhere. It didn't take me long to put two and two together. Uh-oh. Also, when I rang your previous employer at the butcher, they said you tried the exact same stunt and they told me on the lookout for you. It didn't dissuade me though. It was actually the reason I hired you too. So you know we were ripping you off the whole time? Ripping me off? With you two covering each other's shifts, I haven't had to worry about hiring another maid to cover your sick leave. You've saved me a fortune.
See? They just fucking scam themselves.
Well, it's a scam like both ways, right?
Kind of.
So you're not going to fire us? Nope. We're going to pretend this entire thing never happened, and I'm going to continue to exploit your situation as much as possible. As far as I'm concerned, there's still only one of you. Understood. I guess that's better than being fired. Yay! I'm going to start calling you Millie now, though. It's a cuter name. Hey!
Decimated.
Now, if you'll excuse me, Millie, I have work to attend to. I'll call you if I need anything. Yes, Mr. Castro.
I offered to move in, but apparently Pandarai just so happened to be staying at La Castro Manor this evening, so he's taken over the investigation. Convenient timing, huh?
Almost a little too convenient if you ask me. But then again, if we were in there, we would know that he just wants to watch the fucking ball game on the titty.